Over the years, hundreds of you have submitted snowfall totals to me from your house and your apartment and wherever you are. But there is an accurate way to measure snowfall totals to give you the best measurement of what's going on where you are. So let's get our ruler, our snowboard, and we're going to show you how to measure this. So the first thing you're going to do is find a good spot to measure the snow and the sleet. You want to stay away from buildings and away from trees as much as possible. Then you want to get your whiteboard. Now, I have a cutting board here that's white, but you can do anything. Anything that's a white surface. Could be a piece of wood that you spray paint white, that's fine too. And the reason why we use white is because it reflects heat. It doesn't absorb the heat like a black surface would. This deflects the heat and gives you the most accurate snow measurement. Then you need a ruler. Now, some of you might have a Cup of Joe weather and drone ruler here if you've seen me in the past, but any ruler will do. You want to have one that's going to be able to measure not just inches, but tenths of an inch or even 16ths of an inch if you have that also. So now we have our board and we have our ruler. Some of you may even want something like this, a metal stake that you can put in the ground with a flag around it just to know where it is. This is good for when we get those big snowstorms. But either way, now we need to get to actually measuring the snow. Now, according to the National Weather Service, you can't measure the snow and report it more than 4 times within a 24-hour period. And there is a specific way to measure snow. So you're going to want to submit a snowfall report about every 6 hours or so while it's snowing. It's always good to take multiple measurements on your snowboard. Sometimes there's blowing and drifting snow, and you might have a difference of an inch between one side of the snowboard to the other. I always like to take 3 and then average it from there. Now, it's always important that after you measure the snow, you clear the snow off the board. Actually, what I like to do is I like to take half the board and I clear the one side after I measure it. The reason why we do this is it gives you a more accurate representation of what's actually fell. By clearing off half the board and just measuring that one half, you can add this up over time. So let's say at 7 a.m. you measure 2 inches of snow, you clear off the board, and then at 1 p.m. you measure another 3.5 inches of snow on this side. Well, you add up 3.5 plus 2, and you would submit a snowfall total of 5.5 inches. Now, look, the weather world appreciates all of your snowfall measurements, but if you want to measure snow like a pro, like a real meteorologist, follow those steps. And you can scan the QR code here to get more information about the best way to get the most accurate snowfall measurement and what's happening at your part of the neighborhood. I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci. We'll see you when it snows.